We're born in the moonlight. Ain't no fantasy. Can't breathe in the sunlight.
Hello, Roma. This is Aromie here. Welcome back to Red Embrace Hollywood. We were here. Andre trying to do some magic to my brain. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Whatever you're gonna say, I'm not gonna like okay, I will go now. No, I'm not gonna do that, okay? No. I've already established Loki of control in other cities. Los Angeles, however, is a key piece in my movement, as the number and power of vampires here is unusually high. Achieving a victory here would mark the true beginning to our future, a future that you may be a significant part of. So I would extend a final offer to you, and by proxy, to Heath. Will you fight for our kind? Will you join my cause? Listen here, bitch. No. No. Sorry, Heath, I love you, but you're just being wooed by his sweet words. I think maybe you're right after all. I'll join you? Alright, I'll be your ally. Don't make me regret it. No, Andre, I don't believe in you or your cause. I think you're full of shit and you're manipulating me. I kind of like these two choices, because I don't believe in him or his cause, but I know that he's manipulating Heath, so I'm just gonna go with that. Like a kicked, defenseless dog, Heath flinched and lowered his head, curling an arm around himself. But then that choice probably made Heath more shit. Like, he probably feels like shit now, after I said that he's being manipulated. I see, then there's no further point to our discussion here. Please, leave me. Guys, if you're looking to get romantic route here with Heath in my playthrough, it's not happening right now, because I just probably fucked that up. He slowly turned away, a clear signal that our meeting was over. Well, that's probably the last time we're seeing Heath, but I must stand on my ground. I love Heath very much, and I hope he gets his shit together and realizes that he's being manipulated, but he's gonna be fucked either way now, because he's kind of with them now. I don't know. I kind of understand where the one girl said this wasn't really a romantic visual novel. It can be romantic if you try to make it, but I feel too invested in this politics crap now that it's no longer romantic. After a long, uncomfortable pause, Heath began heading towards the path. He walked slowly, allowing me to catch up to his side soon enough. You don't really believe him, do you? I'm sorry, Heath, but I can't betray Randall. This has nothing to do with Randall either. Listen, you can't trust Andre. He doesn't care about us. Now I'm gonna ask him if he really believes him. Heath offered no response, and he didn't even look at me. I thought he might plead with me to go back, question me, or even get angry, but he just stayed quiet. Are you mad at me? No, let's not ask that. Heath, please don't act like this. Just stay quiet. I'm just gonna stay quiet. You know what? You don't want to press on it? I'm not gonna press on it. Okay? Because I still don't know if we actually really like you. If you really like me, I'm sure you really do. But I need you to confess again in a proper way. The silence lingered for a short time longer. But finally Heath raised his head, meeting my gaze with obvious reluctance. I'm sure you have a reason for what you said despite everything else. I just hope you'll think things over again before the end. Heath, I think you're being manipulated, because you didn't believe in anybody else's viewpoints. You were very Ascari only, and now all of a sudden you're like Golgotha? He reached down to clasp my hand, squeezing as if to comfort himself more than me. Soon we reached the graveyard's exit, where the taxi driver was still waiting for us. He grumbled and muttered under his breath as we climbed inside, taking off with a screech and zooming towards the city. He pulled his leg up to his chest, watching the city lights go past his window. They flickered across his face one by one, coloring his pale skin red, then green, then blue. The ride back was weighed by uncomfortable silence. I had a feeling that even if I tried to say anything, Heath wouldn't give me much of a response. It didn't seem like he was angry at me at least, but I could tell he was deeply submerged in thought. I mean, he probably has a lot to think about, because he thinks Charisse is just gonna out him, and then Andre's like out here saying I'll protect you, and then I'm out here but like, bitch, you're being manipulated. Before long, the taxi pulled up on the side of the street, but we were still a few blocks down from the hotel. He'd slipped out to open the door for me, although he didn't close it after I stepped out. I'm sorry to make you walk. It's just a precaution for your safety and mine. Yeah, we don't want to be seen with each other. It's okay. Tension still weighed in his voice, even darkening his eyes. I need to go back to Sodden Alley. I had to smooth over the cover story I gave Charisse, but I'll see you soon. Very soon. He took my hands in his, softly kissing my knuckles and fingers. I mean, he still loves me. I promise. How soon is soon? Are you running back to Andre? Be careful, Heath, please. Are you ready? No, I'm not gonna chase that. We're over that. We're over that conversation. How soon is soon? As soon as I can. Oh! He let out a slightly mischievous laugh, toying with the scarf. Heath released my hands to reach out, lightly running his fingers through my hair. For a brief moment, the strain seemed to lift from his face, and a soft, genuine smile eased onto his lips. This is like a heartbreak story, bro. It's like it's Romeo and Juliet. We're not gonna happen. We're both gonna die. But he pulled away from me swiftly, turning back to the cab, throwing me a final look over his shoulder. Stay safe, Michiko. You stay safe too, okay? He ducked into the taxi, pulling the door shut behind him. The impatient driver started the engine immediately, and they were zooming down the street a few seconds later. Even though Heath was gone, it felt like a strange weight still hung in the air. And as I began to walk back to the hotel, that weight seemed to always linger on my heels. Let me see my stats. Very human-like still. It doesn't help. I don't remember what my shit was all of a sudden. I'm pretty sure. Look at my Golgotha. It's depleted. Very much. I'm literally not really on anybody's side, so my thing is always just gonna be funky like this. I'm pretty sure I was diplomatic, but now it's like I'm changing my answers, so it's going down a little to probably outspoken, which isn't something I expected, to be honest. I don't remember if I was determined or reserved, but it's going up to determined. Rain pattered gently against my window. I gazed down at the distant city lights where the wet pavement glistened with the reflection of endless lights. A little while ago, I awoke into the soft sound of a storm. Somehow it made the world seem so peaceful, calm and drowsy, entirely different from the bristling tension that filled the past few days. The rain and storm is nice if you're home to like be away from it, but if you're at work trying to like leave work or go into work and it's storming, it's not beautiful. Listening to the rain almost made my tired body want to drift back to sleep. Oh, hello? The phone interrupted my thoughts, snapping me back to the moment. I reached over to pick it up, but as soon as I held the receiver to my ear, Michiko? Sharice's voice hissed out at me. What the fuck? I'm coming to your... what? I'm coming up to your room. Now. What did I do? What the hell? I didn't do anything. I'm just gonna be quiet. I'm just gonna be quiet. Whatever. She's gonna yell at me. It's gonna be fine. The line abruptly went dead. She sounded much angrier than I'd ever heard her before. What did I do? Are you finally gonna be bitching at me for lying to you in the very beginning when I didn't tell you the full details? Apparently my peaceful night was wasn't destined to last very long. This is the first time she came to give me a visit. Okay, you didn't have to be so rude and knock like that. A few minutes later, my door rattled with 3 vehement knocks. Hi. The second I opened it, Sharice strode past me, silently storming her way inside my room. I kind of hesitated that once I opened the door, she was gonna slap me. I don't know. I don't know why I thought that. She radiated fury enough, even though her expression looked dangerously calm. Anger management therapy's down the hall. What happened, Sharice? What happened? What'd I do? Sharice gave me a silent, bitter look. If it's about Heath, I didn't do that. Heath did it on his own. I just said he was manipulated. To hopefully wake him up. I had a feeling that anger was the only emotion swirling inside her right now. Man, she looks angry. Two of my agents were killed tonight. Oh. When she finally managed to speak, her voice trembled slightly. Not from spying, not from venturing into any territory. They were off duty. They hadn't even left Hollywood, but they were picked off, attacked in an alleyway as they left to see a movie together. Oh, that's like some Batman shit. Was it the Malar? The Golgotha? As if you haven't ordered any assassinations or something. What the fuck kind of choice? I'm sorry, Sharice. I don't think saying sorry to her is gonna help right now. Was it the Malar Golgotha? I don't know. At this point, it hardly matters. She scowled at me harshly. I mean, all the answers were bad. As if I were somehow responsible for what happened. What the fuck? These little ambushes, pathetic attempts at power plays, they're nothing more than a show, a pitiful show of strength they don't even have. One of her hands clenched into a tight fist, knuckles nearly bursting open her glove. Oh, be careful. Neither the Mavar nor the Golgotha are bold enough to make a genuine first move. They're too afraid of a real conflict. Are you sure? I mean, the Mavar almost fucking killed me. That is why I will make the first move. What? That's what they want. And an opportunity has just arisen for it. Uh-oh. I'm gonna go with uh-oh. Cherise took a long, deep breath, lifting a hand to adjust her glasses. When her steely gaze were focused on me, it seemed like she calmed down a little. I am currently working with the new Ascari manager at the abattoir to plan a party on Friday, a party exclusive to our coven. That club is considered the most important neutral territory because it is an extremely popular feeding ground. Since the war started, no aggressions have been made on neutral territory, with the exception of that brief escalation in Saturnalia. During the gathering, you're going to announce that the club now belongs to the Ascari, as does the whole city. What the fuck? You want me dead? Is that what you're asking? Anyone who remains an enemy to our faction will be treated accordingly. Hold on a second. Why do you want me to announce this? Yeah, why do you want me to announce this? Your reputation has made you an important figure, an object of keen scrutiny by all the city's vampires. You are, like it or not, being viewed by many as the political pulse of the city. But you're just using me for your cause. Can I just not be anybody's? Many question your allegiances, and now is the time to show once and for all where your loyalty lies. My loyalty lies in another state. She gave me a long, hard look. I'll send along my agents who will provide support both inside and out of the club. Listen here. The agent you sent with me in the sewers died instantly. I don't believe in any of your agents. There may not be any initial fighting, but we should be prepared. What about the human police? Then after that night, you forcibly dried them out? The human police. They ain't gonna do anything. Yes, anyone who continues to undermine the city's laws, which worked excellently until this senseless rebellion, would be told to leave Los Angeles. I want to minimize bloodshed, but some of them will inevitably attack us in retaliation. Your plan is suicide. Find someone else. I'm done. Dude, I'm done. Unfortunately, I don't intend to find anyone else. You've made it this far, and your freedom is on the horizon. What freedom? You're not gonna give me freedom. Once the war is concluded, I'll have no further use for you. Grit your teeth through this last task, and I'm sure you're able. Wait, what if that's what she was doing with Heath? She was letting him go to be whatever he wanted to be. And he just misunderstood that she was gonna kill him. Muttering those words bitterly, Cherise shook her head. She still seemed different from her normal self, aggressive but uncertain, almost like a wounded animal ready to attack. More like an animal that's cornered now. Then pushing past me, she swiftly made her way to the door. Oh, and just so you're aware, you won't be allowed to leave the hotel without my permission. My agents have been instructed to monitor your movements. What? What the fuck? I suggest you do yourself a favor and stay here. Enjoy the room while you still have it. Okay, I guess. The door slammed behind her, rattling on its hinges, and with that, Amy was imprisoned in the hotel. Cherie said the party would happen Friday, but today was only Wednesday. I'd have to deal with being leashed here until then, kept inside my luxury prison. Hey, I can order room service, right? Not that I can eat much. I glanced outside my window where the moon and dark clouds seemed closer than the distant streets below. For once, I didn't feel hungry at all, only isolated. Heath was probably working at Saturnalia, though once he learned what happened, he'd no doubt show up to see me. Maybe. He's with Andre now. I sank down onto my bed, staring at the wall with a strangely numb sensation. For a moment, I felt the same way I did my first night, all alone in this empty room. It didn't matter that I'd already seen unimaginable things. I survived some of the darkest parts of Hollywood. The coming days still felt like the most certain I'd ever see ahead of me. I feel like we're nearing the end of the game. An arid Thursday night stretched out before my eyes. I sat in the ledge of my open window, gazing at the moon over the Hollywood Hills. In less than 24 hours, I'd be walking into the abattoir, getting ready to give an announcement that would change the life of every vampire in LA. Until then, Charisse wanted me to stay here, locked up with my thoughts. I could call someone, but I had a feeling this guy were monitoring my phone. My only other sources of entertainment were the TV and the sparkling city outside my window. Man, very lonely. I'm lonely out here. As I sat there alone for the first night in a long time, and mind wandered back to my life before all this ever happened. Yeah, this is sounding like it's nearing endgame. But anyway, this is where we're actually gonna stop for today. I don't know what the hell is gonna happen to my character. My character is probably gonna die because I'm not choosing sides. But anyway, thank you guys for watching today's episode. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
touch it,